Alright, so this is one of the sensitive subjects right here when it comes down, but it's real, it's true. This will be another 18 plus. Voice of God technology, B2K mind control is remote control for humans, but they have to break your free will first. This is exactly why voices in your head torture you. They torture you all day and run hypnosis all night. This technology is sleeper agent technology. I want you to understand exactly how it works. And a lot of people don't know. The people who are in the program know. Like me, I know for a fact, and being a devotee of the Holy Death, who is laying judgment on people who do this, I know for a fact which way everything's going. When it comes down to the whole reality of this technology, how you get your commands will always be by what you see. Physically see, you can see. Imagine how video games work. Everything you've shown is kind of a sense of a computer. You can see a complete map, or a place, or let's just say even down to a sense of in a sense of espionage, which this technology is sleeper agent technology. Let's say somebody just showed you a picture of where a weapon is, and it's going to be behind a dumpster. You'll see the dumpster, you'll see the actual location, they'll show you the street, and this right here will be like go down the street, turn left, turn right, keep going down. This is all what this technology is meant for. Now when it comes down to the sense of espionage, is like what you see, what your brain monitors whenever you're going to the location. They get on time, on point information and everything else. Now when it comes down to the sense of what I'm trying to say, there's three ways of you how you get your commands. It's gonna be by what you see, by what you feel, and by what you hear. Alright? Now, for the longest time the American government has been using this technology to a sense of creating mental illness. Alright? But with the simple facts of violating the American people's rights, when it comes down to their legality, they just say, and this is exactly how it's going to start civil war, and I will, with the simple sense of how they violate people's rights. Let's just say you are someone in a criminal organization, with a simple sense, and now you know to the people I will acquire. Let's say, when it comes down to what they are doing, they are violating their rights in every sense. They're putting, they know the information before anyone else knows, even if one of them does it on their own free will. All right, but this is the one thing I want you to understand as well. Let's just say this person does not have to go to a sense of crime. This is exactly why and how I know I will acquire all these people. They are being pushed to be criminals. They are being pushed to do these crimes, doing these murders. They're being pushed to every sense like that because of the simple sense of what the government understands. All right, it's the same thing like with drugs. All right, because the higher the crime rate, the bigger the funding. Now, when it comes down to what a Manchurian candidate is like in my sense. All right, I am a Manchurian candidate, but I have not hurt no one but the federal government. When it comes down to the whole sense of a sleeper agent, and this is what's funny. This is what my spirit is funny as hell whenever I say this. Have you ever heard that they say that if a sleeper agent stays active too long, he turns against his handler? Alright? When it comes down to the whole reality that the American government for the longest time tried to make me into one of these Manchurian candidates, try to make me into every sense like that, it was always a sense of they wanted me to someone, alright? But the one thing about it, they tried for so long that my Santísima Muerte, she's the one that became my handler. She's the one that tells me to do what I need to do. She's the one that tells me this and that. And it's always going to be against the person who created this. Now, when it comes down to these target individuals, we are censored every sense like that. The feeling. This is one of my biggest expertise is going to always be the demonic possessions, because you cannot possess a devotee of the Holy Death. I know everything this technology can do. All this will come out. This is exactly why I know to what direction we're going. So, and like me, I know all this information. This person right now wants to pretend like he can stop me from saying this, and all I need is just to spark the imagination of one person, and that's it. Now, when it comes down to these crimes, right, I want you to understand this is exactly why I woke up this morning. This person wanted to pretend like all of a sudden they erased my mind. It's all a sense of mind control. He does He wants to say that if I mention it, that supposedly what they're doing is working. It's all a sense of bullshit ass fucking reverse psychology. While the time I'm talking, we just don't give a fuck what they say. No matter what they do. Never stop believing in God because God is real. They know this. They know for the simple facts that I am a weapon for God, and they know exactly what's coming. Now, what I want to say, these people, all right, the American government has committed too many crimes with this technology. There's going to be no way, shape, or form of hiding. And we're talking about people in the military. We're talking about agents, everyone high up there who turned their head or who signed off on doing these crimes will be convicted in one way, shape, or form. Now, when it comes down to the reality of how karma works, these people have hurt families. So now that comes back to their families. Now, what's the biggest sense of the American government is going to try to do is to hide the truth. Now, there's too many individuals they have used when it comes down to the reality of the people we hear. These people are the biggest threat to the American government. These individuals, these perps, have this technology already in their own heads. I want you to understand exactly to what direction everything's going. So it's going to be one of the biggest rises of mental illness because these people need to be destroyed. Now, when it comes down to the reality, they are scared of the technology themselves. How many times have they mocked you as a target individual? How many times have they humiliated you? To what sense? And now, this is one thing I tell my target individuals, please just say what happened. Like me, one day I will say every exact thing that happened, everything from their sexual assaults, every single sense like that, because it needs to come out. Does not matter what they think, what the public thinks or believes. Whenever the sense of shock is so high, they will react even higher. When it comes down to what they say they do to your kids, and I've seen it. That's the whole sense of witchcraft. Because in some cases they do come into your house and sexually assault you, but they get joy out of it. Now flip the script. Imagine the mockery that these people are gonna feel for every crime they've done. And now you know exactly how your purpose is going to go on.